What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. I hope you guys are doing well. Boogie2988 once again finds himself in the crosshairs of criticism. This time over the legitimacy of his cancer diagnosis. Now, if you've been following Boogie at all over the last year or two, you're probably erring on the side of caution with this one, as it's become abundantly clear that Boogie2988 is a compulsive liar. The only thing that holds no weight from him is his word. He cannot tell the truth. And that is why, until I see proof that he actually has cancer, I'm going to believe that he's faking it. And it would fall right in line with the manipulation tactics this guy has been using ever since the very beginning. Because when Boogie2988 was rising here on YouTube, he was manipulating us all. He was manipulating us to believe that he was this Mr. Rogers type. Somebody that was compassionate. Somebody that was sympathetic. Somebody that was genuine. And now that we've seen Boogie's true colors shine through, we know him for exactly what he is. A compulsive liar, a narcissist, and just a terrible human being. Now, I honestly believe there was a point in time where Boogie wanted to be a better person, and he was trying to utilize YouTube to be that better person. But he was quickly gaining fame. He was quickly gaining subscribers. People that he could manipulate further. People that he could utilize to deflect criticism. Because if there's one thing that Boogie2988 hates more than a well-balanced diet, it's criticism. The dude can't handle it. He crumbles under the sheer thought of being criticized for something that he's done. Because he has no ability to hold himself accountable. Because he'd rather deflect, deflect, deflect. And with an army of loyal subscribers, he could deflect, deflect, deflect. He didn't have to take accountability for any wrongdoing. But this tactic only worked for so long. Eventually, it started to catch up with him. He couldn't deflect any further. He'd have to face criticism head on, but was unable to do so. And the first time I really felt that the mask was coming off was when the Tesla situation happened. This dude, with all of his newfound confidence, fresh off his gastric bypass surgery and divorce, decided it would be funny to create a joke around buying a Tesla and then crying about not being able to afford it. Excuse me? He actually thought that he could get away with playing off the Tesla thing as a joke. So much so that he's doubled down again on it on Caleb Hammer's financial audit show, where he said it was just a joke. It was an Andy Kaufman type bit. Dude, there's nothing funny about you at all. Manipulating people for money is not a joke. Same with identity theft. But I digress. The thing about this Tesla fiasco, drama, whatever you want to call it, it became pretty apparent that there was a new Boogie on the block. This wasn't the same old Mr. Rogers type of person. This guy was a lot more confident. This guy was a lot more arrogant. This guy was a lot more narcissistic. So much so that he came onto a video a few years later begging for money because he lost it all in crypto. And this dude barely was uploading content at the time, but he needed your money. So instead of actually trying to create engaging content or content at all, he just went straight to begging. Give me money because I made a bad investment. And who knows if he actually did, because if he had left the money in there, it would have probably rebounded, like the whole crypto market did shortly after that crash. But if there's one piece of financial advice I can give you, diversify. Don't throw it all into one thing. You moron, Boogie. Anyways, he went straight to going to his fans, right? Because those are the people that he's been manipulating for years, and hopefully he can separate some of them from their hard-earned money. Because they go to a job every day while you sit at home and play Magic with your roommate that you don't charge rent to for some reason. But please feel bad for me. I'm Boogie. I made a bad investment. And well, it didn't go over very well. It was heavily criticized. And once again, when Boogie was faced with criticism, he crumbled. Absolutely crumbled. Instead of rising up and taking accountability, he just withered away and tried to deflect, refuses to ever take accountability. And this is the ongoing theme. So finally, the dude was going to take accountability with his documentary by Mike Klum. And honestly, he did a pretty good job manipulating all of us to go and watch it. Acting like it was going to be the tell-all, the true reveal of where Boogie is at. When in reality, it was this sad look onto a life of an obese YouTube has-been. A documentary that showcased just how little effort Boogie wants to put into bettering his own situation, bettering his life. The dude just doesn't care, but he wants you to feel bad for him for not caring. He wants you to feel bad for him so that he can continue to do nothing to better his own circumstances. And that's really the takeaway I had from the documentary. And then I found out, he's starting a podcast with Wings of Redemption. Somebody that way back in the day, like 2010, 2011, I would watch like religiously. I watched PK, I did all that stuff. But Wings today, that guy's almost as big of a joke as Boogie is. This was sure to be comedy gold. But the LolCal Live podcast has been a joke. It has been really bad, boring, uninteresting, and frankly just flat out dull for the most part. Other than, of course, the odd time they bring somebody in that actually has the gall to attack Boogie or Wings for their nonsensical pity parties. But what LolCal Live enabled Boogie 2988 to do was to stay relevant. Relevant enough for some crypto bros to look at him and say, this guy is going to be our peddler. He's going to be the one to peddle our meme coin. And thus, Fatty Coin was born. And with it came this obnoxious, arrogant video from Fat Andrew Tate adjacent. The now deleted video is disgusting. Not only is it Boogie trying to peddle some meme coins so he can get a nice little kickback to afford his quote-unquote cancer medication, it's also him being extremely manipulative. He's trying to get you to invest in this meme coin while also shielding himself from any criticism. He's talking out both sides of his mouth. He's telling you that you're going to get broke from this coin to shield himself from criticism, but he also wants you to invest in this coin. I mean, why else would you parade yourself around as some fake Fat Andrew Tate with your half-dressed girlfriend that couldn't care less that she's in a video and is just looking down on her phone? Like, it was just a sad excuse for a video. But it was all designed to manipulate the audience. Manipulate the criticism so he could deflect it, and manipulate people to buy it so he could make more money. This is who Boogie 2988 really is. The king of manipulation. And his latest chapter, faking cancer. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he's not faking it. Maybe he actually shows us the evidence that he has cancer. But honestly, it feels like yet another manipulation tactic in a long list of tactics that he utilizes to shield himself from criticism. Think back to anything you've seen from Boogie over the last year. How often does he mention the cancer? How often does he deflect responsibility and accountability due to the fact that he has cancer? It's the catch-all for him. He's able to utilize this as a catalyst to be unaccountable for his actions. Oh, guys, I can't count my magic cards. I have cancer. I can't sell all these. I don't have the time. I sleep too much. Oh, guys, I can't commit to live streaming or to videos because I have cancer. Don't you know how tough cancer is? Yeah, I do, Boogie. And that's why I take people lying about it so seriously. Because I've seen family members die from it. And there were family members I didn't get to meet as a result of cancer. And I'm pretty sure most of the people watching this video that have watched your content have dealt with a family member or a friend that has had cancer. And if you don't know this, most cancers don't have happy endings. They're sad. And honestly, I don't want to ever have to go through it ever again. But I digress. Boogie, you're a master of manipulation. This cancer gambit that you're running right now is the best you've done to date. But boy, is it disheartening to know that somebody that used to be revered on this platform would sink this low. The person that you pretended to be would be ashamed of the person you are today. You're supposed to grow over time, not just by weight, but by maturity as well. Let life experiences mold you and shape you into becoming a better human being. All I've seen from your time on YouTube is that you've utilized this fame, this opportunity, to become more narcissistic, to become more of a compulsive liar, and to become more of a manipulator. You're a bad human being down to your bone. Regardless of if you have cancer or not, it does not redeem your character. It does not redeem the type of person you are. And I hope that one day you can realize that this lack of accountability, this need to manipulate others, is what has turned you into this miserable man that no one likes. That's it for my video today. Would love to hear your thoughts on all of this down below in that comment section. I understand that a lot of what we're talking about today is heavy content. But let's be honest here. The subject at hand is quite heavy as well. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.